Today we're making the perfect roast potatoes. They're going to be crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, served whole with garlic and herbs. Perfect for a roast dinner or for Christmas, in which case you absolutely need to start with some champagne. Now to make the perfect roast potatoes, you need 3 things. Potatoes, of course, a little bit of olive oil, not too much, and a lot of BOSH style hustle. So first we're going to go in with 1.5 kilos of Maris Piper potatoes into a deep wide pan. We're going to cover them entirely with cold water. Boiling water would cook them unevenly. Then of course we have to season our potatoes, cover with a lid, and let them get to a rolling boil. Have a glass of champagne while you wait. Once they've reached a rolling boil, set a timer and we're gonna leave them to boil for 8 minutes. Once that timer goes off, your potatoes will be done and it's time to drain them through a colander. Of course, we're going for the perfect roast potatoes, so we want them as crispy as possible. To help get them super crispy, we're gonna shake them in that colander while they're still hot. Really give them a good shake until the outside has started to turn fluffy. Those fluffy bits are gonna soak up all of the oil, giving really crispy outside to the potatoes. Now let's get them into a baking tray, and we want to cover them with about 4 tablespoons of olive oil, turning them with tongs to make sure that oil is covering the whole of the potato and everything's going to give us that nice crispy roasted flavour. It's time to add a layer more salt to make sure they're really well seasoned, and these are ready to go into the oven now at 220 degrees for 30 minutes. Maybe grab another drink of chef's champagne, or you could get on with the rest of your roast dinner. Now 30 minutes has passed and I'm feeling even more Christmassy. I'm going to grab these potatoes out of the oven. You can see they're already looking lovely and brown on the outside, but I'm going to go over with a little bit more oil just to make sure that they don't catch, and make sure they're all covered in this fresh oil. We want to get the perfect crispy exterior without any bits sticking to the bottom. Now we're going to add a few flavorings. So we're going to go in with a few sprigs of rosemary, just picking off the leaves from the rosemary stalk and throwing them in there. Next we've got some thyme, a few sprigs, and of course some sage. Just chuck those leaves in there too. Next we're going to take a whole bulb of garlic and just squash your hand on it really hard to break it open and get as many of those cloves as you can. They're going to roast really beautifully. Roasted garlic is wonderful, although don't go kissing anyone afterwards. Whack those potatoes back in the oven for 40 minutes. Now you can entertain yourself. Try doing a little bit of potato juggling, hopefully better than me. Of course you might be cooking a whole roast, you probably are, in which case get on with other jobs. Now my timer just went off, so I'm going to go check on these potatoes. Pull them out, and the key thing we're looking for here is a real golden brown, if not a little bit darker than golden brown colour on the outside. These look absolutely perfect. This is just what we're looking for. We definitely don't want undercooked potatoes. And if you look at this one, it's just perfect. Crispy on the outside, and yet you can cut it open with a sharp knife and see the white, fluffy interior with steam just billowing out. These are perfect. I like to pile these high on a plate and keep the garlic and herbs alongside them so everybody sees the story of the food and they can nibble on that naughty garlic if they so wish. Next, it's over to the table to serve alongside a delicious Christmas roast. Keep your eye out for all of the other ingredients of this beautiful roast coming on BOSH TV. And if you like this video, feel free to hit subscribe. Let us know what you thought in the comments, and we'll see you next time.